My name is Kim Hoffman. I am the clinical trials research nurse here at the Memorial Medical Center Cancer Center. I have moved here in 2008. The Cancer Center here in Las Cruces opened up in 2007. The organization started to be able to see patients here and treat them for their cancer. And then about a year later, they wanted to open up the clinical trials research component of the Cancer Center. And that's when I moved here. And we're now, 5 years into the program. Clinical trial, sometimes you'll hear it referred to as a research trial, clinical trial. It is really basically a medical research that is used to test how well new treatments or new drugs work and their toxicity. And it could be either a new drug, it could be surgery or radiation therapy, it could be a combination of treatments that have been FDA approved but we're giving them together in a different way. So it's looking to see what is going to work best safely to treat cancer. And really, all of our medications that we have today, especially in cancer treatment, but even our regular medications that we have today, our prescription medications, our medications that are now over the counter but used to be prescription medications, they have all gone through a clinical trial to become FDA approved. And before you can even go to become a clinical trial, these treatments or drugs need to be studied in the laboratory extensively. And you will hear pharmaceutical companies say that out of 1,000 drugs that are being studied in the lab, only one gets to be a clinical trial. So it's a lot of study going on, but it's only a few that actually make it to the clinical trial phase. Every patient that comes through our cancer center is reviewed to see if they potentially are eligible for a clinical trial, and it's offered to them. The doctor will talk to them about, here are your options for treatment, and if it involves a clinical trial, we offer that to them and then talk to them extensively about that. And we also monitor radiation therapy over with Dr. Herbert to see if there are any trials that might be available for patients at that site as well. In order to be on the clinical trial, they have to, and especially in cancer care, you have to receive at least standard of care. So the clinical trial usually is standard of care plus this new drug, or if there is no standard of care, if it's observation, it would be a randomization between a placebo maybe and the new drug. But they have to be receiving at least standard of care while they're on the clinical trial. I think the benefit to have a clinical trial available and have this cancer center here for our Southern New Mexico group is the access to new novel treatments that might not be available to patients for many, many years. Some of the drugs that we are testing are, it takes a long time to get through the clinical trial process and FDA approval. And so by having the clinical trials here at this site, we are able to offer that to them many years before they're going to be available. It also, I have heard patients talk about how wonderful it is to be able to get your care at home.